So, in my chat, there's a superstition about me. So, the superstition goes, if you give me money, you will end up falling in love. Which I find kinda weird. There is no basis of evidence regarding this. Yeah, so in my Twitch chat, a few people have fallen in love with a few other people inside the chat. And it is really cool seeing people, find someone within my chat. I never really thought this would ever happen. But the whole superstition of giving me money and falling in love with someone, I see no factual evidence regarding this. I lean more on the side of science, and making me do something is not going to guarantee you falling in love. So, I need people to know, I'm not Cupid. I got no wing, I got no bow and arrow. The people in my chat are holding on to a hope that isn't even there. Am I really Cupid? Because if so, I'm not going to rebrand. So, I might be Cupid. A few days ago, I made a YouTube short talking about a superstition within my chat, and that superstition is, if you give me money, you will end up finding love. And people have been calling me Cupid and or the matchmaker. So currently, two people who are in a relationship for my chat, those two gave me money. And in 5 to 6 months later, they ended up finding love. I usually stand on the side of science, as I mentioned in the first short, but in all honesty, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Does this mean I am going to rebrand into Cupid theme? If I join a VTuber agency, oh, I will in a heartbeat. But I'm not there yet. But hey, who knows? If you end up watching my stream and you give me some money, there's a high possibility of you finding love. But hey, if it doesn't work, don't blame me. So, I am Cupid. So, a few days ago, I talked about a superstition my chat made up. One where I am apparently Cupid and or the matchmaker. So how the superstition does go is that if you do give me money, you will be entered in a raffle of love, and you might end up finding someone from my chat. Well, it happened to two people in my chat who had given me money, and I thought, oh, is this a coincidence, They did most of the work, they ended up finding love. I'm happy for them. But I am here to say that there's officially 3 relationships that came out of my chat. I don't know how it happens. I don't know how someone finds love in a Jenky Johnny chat. It just happens. I always try to deny the superstition because still, there is no factual evidence. I do believe that it is just the time and place. People meet in my chat and they do most of the work, but everyone swears that I'm the matchmaker and I am Cupid. I just don't see it. I don't have good aim. I'm probably gonna shoot someone in the foot. So I did mention that I could rebrand into Cupid, and still, if I get hired into a VTuber agency, I still will in a heartbeat. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to rebrand into Cupid. If a 4th relationship does come from my chat, then maybe I will.